I'm popping in because I just got off of a call with someone, and her and I had the most amazing conversation about our individual businesses that we are running. And we had the discussion about people saying, I can't afford it. So if you've ever said those words, this video might be exactly what you're looking for today. And here's the thing. I mentioned in our conversation that there's a saying in the South. A lot of people talk about this, in the South, people will go, well, bless your heart. And that could be something like someone's really blessing you or someone's being facetious. It could go either way. And I mentioned to her that I think I've not just think, but I've seen where people will say, I can't afford it because, or the person who was talking to her said, I really love your program, but it's not affordable for me and the people that I know. That was the feedback that she got. And we want to remember that when we are using these words, what we're actually, intending for ourselves. Now, it might be that it's not in your budget, but the thing is that I can't afford it. What are you really doing? Are you really practicing and prioritizing self-respect when you say that? Or are you trying to let someone down easily? Are you trying to support someone and yet not really giving them honest feedback? Because if somebody says to you, hey, I've just created this amazing program, could you take a look at it and let me know what you think? And if you think it's valuable, could you share it with your people? I would really, really appreciate that. As entrepreneurs, we do that all the time, right? We put it out there. We tell somebody, oh my gosh, I just have this amazing epiphany and I've created something. Would you share it with your peeps? Let them know. And then if we do take a look at it and we say, oh, wow, yeah, this looks great. But the individual would say it's not affordable. Now, if you are really care about that person who asked you to take a look at that, why would you say it's not affordable? Number one, it's because it's a belief that you have within you. And maybe it's not in your budget. That's cool. But think about when you put something out there and you say it's not affordable, what are you doing? You're feeding into that lack of self-respect for yourself. Now, if it's something that you're not really interested in, give her honest feedback. You know what? Thanks, Susie. I really appreciate you sharing this with me. And I can see that you're really excited. I can see that this really lights you up. And I know that there are going to be a lot of people who are really going to benefit from this, but it's not for me. And because it's not for me, I really have difficulty sharing it with my people because I'm just not feeling it. As an entrepreneur, wouldn't you rather have that kind of feedback rather than someone just saying, oh, it's really not affordable? I mean, we have the ability to do so much for each other, whether we are passing information on to someone else or whether we're giving a reason why we don't prefer to pass that information on. And then here's the thing too. Let's step back to the self-respect thing. If you are saying, I really am just not interested in sharing this. I'm not, I don't want to pass this along with other people. What is it saying about you? Are you telling yourself, I just don't feel that I have the ability to share this with my people? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to think I'm, being salesy? Because let's face it, a lot of entrepreneurs hang around with other entrepreneurs. Or, you might say, but if I'm sharing Susie's thing, then people aren't going to pay attention to my thing. And, I don't want that to happen. Now we go into scarcity and lack. And everything is energy. And we can be here. We can show up for each other. we have the ability to come together and really support one another. I have a monthly networking group, and I have over 100 people who have signed up for it, who continue to, tell me, I'll be there, I'll be there. We only meet once a month. But what's interesting is I have over 100 people who have signed up, and some of those people have never even attended. Now, what is that doing? I get it. We're out there, we're busy, we're trying to see, like, okay, catch that next wave. What can I do? And we say, well, this looks like a good group. I think I'll sign up for this. And then we don't do anything to show up. Now, isn't that interesting? Because it's not taking away from me if someone doesn't show up, but I often wonder if people stop to think about when you came across that group, that was inspiration. That was synchronicity calling to you. Hey, you've been asking the universe a question. Look, awareness is leading you to this answer. It might not be the answer you're looking for, but it is an answer. And you go with inspiration and you find something and you say, oh, yes, okay, I'm going to sign up for it right now. I'm going to follow my inspiration and I'm going to sign up for this, whatever it is. And then you don't show up. You don't even communicate. You don't do anything about it. Now, it's not about right or wrong. It's not about how you're showing up in the world, but it's definitely about what you're doing with the inspiration you're receiving. Are you following it through? It's like if you were surfing and you caught a wave and you're up there and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to follow this. And then all of a sudden you said, yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to let this go. Then what? Like you just fall down and you don't follow that wave through. It could be a really easy transition where you just ride the wave and enjoy it and love it, or you could get like halfway up and it's like, and you just go down. So I felt really, her and I had such an amazing conversation around this about how we're showing up as women for each other, how we're showing up as individuals for each other. It's not about the businesswoman. It's not about what we're doing in our business. It's how we're showing up for each other. And if we are prioritizing self-respect in our own thoughts, in our own awareness on a daily basis, then we have so much to give, so much to share, so much openness. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're really looking for some honest feedback and you think, hey, I'm going to share my stuff with X, Y, and Z people, wouldn't you rather have really, really honest feedback? And I mean, for me, I would rather have someone say, you know what? I see what you're doing, but it just doesn't interest me. Then I would know. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me know. Because otherwise, it's like you're having this really great party and you want to invite Susie, and Susie keeps telling you, oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. But Susie just doesn't ever show up, never shows up. And you think, gosh, am I not making it easy enough for Susie to show up? So you're putting all this attention, energy, and effort into creating this opportunity for Susie to show up, and Susie's just not interested. Wouldn't it be nicer if Susie would just say from the beginning, you know what? I love you. I love what you're doing, but this just does not interest me. So can we still love each other and you do your thing and I'll do my thing? Oh my gosh, honesty. Isn't that fantastic? So I think that we have an opportunity here, right? This is an invitation for us to prioritize self-respect instead of saying, oh, I've got to come up with a million excuses of why I don't want to do this or why I don't want to support this. Oh my gosh, that takes so much efforting in that. Instead, prioritize self-respect. Have that honest conversation and say, you know what? I'm just not interested. Or you be you. I'm behind you 100%, sister. I love what you're doing. Keep sharing. And if you need to just have a conversation, I'm here for you. But That's just not where I am right now. Gosh, honesty. What would that be like? I hope you enjoyed this conversation, and I'd love to know your feedback. Leave some comments. Let me know what you're thinking, because this was really an amazing conversation between me and another entrepreneur. We had so much fun with this topic. I would love to know your thoughts. In the meantime, this is Nancy Muller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.